You?
Yeah.
Good, good. That's it, that's it. Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shatar. You're here in Chicago Branch, Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and the Son, Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus, but his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. But as always, before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone, who grew well. Honors to the hopeful elect. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, healthy Barakatah. And I'm joined here in this lesson with my brethren.
Asa.
And Lord will, this lesson is edifying, but we're gonna talk about this Edomite, okay, the wicked, and what they're doing. If you look and you see, it says, IDF leadership orders soldiers to do the unthinkable. Okay, it says, IDF leadership orders soldiers to do the unthinkable. If you could, Baba Kusha, give me Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 10 at the top, the very top, Baba Kusha.
All right, this is Sirach 10 and verse 1, and it reads, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
See, a wise king will instruct his people to do righteously and keep in harmony with the rhythm, laws, and statutes of the Most High God. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of this city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
You see what it just said, Israel? Now look, IDF leadership orders soldiers to do the unthinkable. And we're gonna play this video for you in 1 second, okay? But read that Sirach 10 and 2 again, Baba Kusha.
Sirach 10 and 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So
if your leadership is corrupt, the people who are ruling this thing is wicked, then the whole thing is corrupt and wicked, okay? See what I'm talking about, Israel? And it just says, IDF leadership orders soldiers to do the unthinkable. We're gonna let this video play. It's about a 15-minute video, but we'll play it to about the 5-minute mark, and we'll comment on it with precepts, all right? But you see what it just said in that Sirach 10 and 2, as the way of the king, one more time.
Sirach 10 and 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
And we're going to show you what they're doing, what the unthinkable is, okay? Let this play.
The headline is chilling. IDF soldiers ordered to shoot deliberately at unarmed Gazans waiting for humanitarian aid. It seems everyone, including ordinary hungry civilians, are deemed to be targets.
The IDF is actually communicate the Gazan population by fired live ammunition.
As you saw right there, we're learning horrific new details about the IDF's recent conduct in Gaza thanks to a damning report from Israeli newspaper Haaretz. And as the journalist was saying right there, the IDF was ordered by their leadership to communicate with totally unarmed, peaceful Palestinians by firing at them with live ammunition as a policy going forward. And these details are horrific. The numbers are terrible, but we're going to run through all of it because not nearly enough people are paying attention to this story anymore, particularly with what's going on with Iran. But the situation there remains as horrific as anywhere in the world, and the numbers are climbing every single day. And so these aid centers that have been the site of near daily massacres are run by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. It's been in the Gaza Strip since May. It's an organization that was set up by Israel working with U.S. evangelicals and private security contractors. It's staffed by American and Palestinian workers and then secured by the IDF from a few hundred meters away. And since they've opened just 1 month ago, there have been 19 different shooting incidents there.
This brilliant device keeps your home cool in summer, even during heat waves and power outages. It's smaller than a lunchbox, cools any room within 3 minutes.
There have been 19 different shooting incidents there. And according to the Gaza Health Ministry, 549 people have already been killed in just 1 month near these aid centers, just waiting for food, the small amount of food that is allowed through when enough food exists for every single man, woman, and children there to be perfectly fine, but they don't let it in. And then when it comes in, you are risking your life every single day going to get it. Over 4,000 people have been wounded, and we don't know for sure what these numbers are. That's what it's believed. And those numbers are so insane. I mean, I was recently watching Andor, and they wanted to create a fictional scenario that would drill home how cruel and evil a regime was. And they had a smaller massacre than that. And that was enough for people to understand who the bad guy in that story was. And that number will be higher tomorrow, and it'll be higher the day after that. And if you're a Palestinian in the area, there's nothing you can do but continue to go to the place where you just might be murdered, because otherwise you and your family will likely starve to death. And so this is not just a series of accidents or miscommunications. As Haaretz reported, this is the policy. This is working as it is supposed to, according to officers and soldiers who served there. This is not just the people being murdered saying this. This is those serving in this area. The IDF fires at people who arrive before opening hours to prevent them from approaching, or again after the centers close to disperse them. Since some of the shooting incidents occurred at night ahead of the opening, it's possible that some civilians couldn't see the boundaries of the designated area. Others might have believed that worst case scenario, they would be told to leave, not shot by the military. And so a lot of miscommunications here, sort of understandably. One soldier said, "It's a killing field. Where I was stationed, between 1 and 5 people were killed every day. They're treated like a hostile force. No crowd control measures, no tear gas, just live fire with everything imaginable. Heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, mortars. Then, once the center opens, the shooting stops, and they know they can approach. Our form of communication is gunfire. We open fire early in the morning if someone tries to get in line from a few hundred meters away, and sometimes we just charge at them from close range. But there's no danger to the forces. I'm not aware of a single instance of return fire. There's no enemy, no weapons." This is not, where they over-exaggerated threats. Someone threw a rock, so they needed to blow up a building and kill 100 civilians or whatever. They're not even pretending that there's a threat. They just don't want to talk to the people. They don't want to communicate with them, see them as humans. So instead, you shoot them. You kill 1, 2, 4, 7 people a day, and then the others, I guess, will get the message. And so this is not like us reporting on, hey, the Guardian looked into it, and 6 months ago there was a bad massacre. It could be happening as we do this show. And by the time the Young Turks goes live on Monday, it will have happened multiple times again. And they are hoping, and we'll get more into the propaganda aspect of this, they are hoping that nobody gives a damn about this story anymore and doesn't care at all about the ever-growing list of people who've been killed just desperately trying to feed their families.
Yeah. So lots of devastating facts here. First of all, when you target civilians on purpose, that has a name. It's called being a terrorist. And so what I'm sick of is the racism in American media, where if it's a Muslim that does something, terrorism, instantly. And half the time they don't even check to see if it's military or civilians. By the way, did you know that out of the 1,200 killed in Israel on October 7th, about 400 were military? So it's still a despicable act. They still killed over 800 civilians, but they just lump it all in. Even if you kill Israeli military, you're not allowed to do that. You're a terrorist. But Israel can kill your civilians on purpose, and no, they're not a terrorist state, because that only applies to Muslims. So it's just a racist word. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It's trash. Unless you say, no. Yes, from now on, we're calling Israel a terrorist state.
Okay. There you have it, Israel. This is basically genocide. You hear what he just said? Out of the last incident, 1,200 people killed. Only 400 out of 12 were military. So that means the other 800 were what? Women and children. 2/3 of the people you just killed were civilians, women and children. This is signs of wickedness. This is what the wicked does. These are characteristics of the wicked. These are traits of the wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges. If not there, who is he? Roughly paraphrasing. So this place has been delivered into the hands of the wicked for a short time. And this is what they do, okay? You have something outside?
Yeah, along with the Sirach 10:2, as the judges of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of this city is, this man shows constantly that he is the true wicked man of the Bible, the red man. There's no getting around his actions to be proven that this man is insane, out of control, and has to be stopped. Because we're now at the point where he's revealing who he truly is. He is the devil. So he is doing what Satan has him doing because it represents who he's always been. Not this white, clean, squeaky clean image that you put out. It's just straightforward now. Amalek has to be exposed for the evil man in which he is, brother.
And that's it, because it talks about that in Sirach, Salakia, 2nd Ezra, 16th chapter, how they're gonna come like madmen, sparing none, who will live according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. I think you can get that in 2nd Ezra, 16th chapter, and you can find that around. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up. Okay. 16 and about 60 something. It's up in there. Second Ezra, I got it. 16 and we're going to start at 69. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in every next city a great insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. That what? That fear the Lord. So this is what the wicked does, all right? These are traits, these are characteristics of what this wicked ass man does, okay? You just seen the video we played for you, Israel. IDF leadership does the what? Unthinkable. They order their soldiers to kill women and children intentionally. This is what this man does, okay? This is who he is, all right? And this is where we're at. This is what we're seeing first hand, real time, all right?
Genocide, sir.
And he's showing his horns right now. And this is how the Lord made him. Give me that Jeremiah 23. Can a leopard change his spots? Is that 23 and 30? Jeremiah 13. Let me find Jeremiah 13.
Oh, all right. Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can the Ethiopian change?
That's it.
All right. This is Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
And that's it. This is how Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai made these wicked ass people, and this is what they're gonna do. Okay? Again, we see what the lesson says. IDF leadership orders soldiers to do the unthinkable. They got these people killing women and children intentionally. Now, these are not characteristics of a righteous man. Would you think so?
Not at all, bro.
These are characteristics of who?
The wicked.
These are traits of who?
The evildoers.
And this is what he does, all right? In fact, there have been natural truce breakers through the whole fleet.
That's right, bro.
Even against our brother in Gad.
Yes.
I forget how many treaties they made, but point being, they didn't keep one of them. They broke all of them. Give me that Timothy, that Timothy 2.
Yep, 2 Timothy.
I think that's 2 Timothy. Yeah.
This is 2 Timothy 3, and we'll start at 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers.
And this is what we're talking about. This is the wicked. Hit one again.
All right. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Okay, and we're in those times right now. Those days are at hand right here, okay? You see what I'm talking about? We just seen Amalek, their leadership just ordered, okay, they soldiers to do the unthinkable. Kill women and children. If I'm a soldier, what I look like killing an innocent child or a woman, I'm looking for somebody who's gonna fight me back. You know, hey, these are traits of the wicked man. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into their hands, and this is what they do. Go ahead, Asab Bakushah.
And you would also say a man that has a soul wouldn't do an unlawful order like that. Women and children shouldn't be a part of what it is you're doing. But the wicked don't see women and children. He just sees murder, 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 kill, 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 death, death, death.
Go ahead, Tom.
All right. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy.
And that's where we at. You got kids out here right now today. They don't give a damn about what their mom and daddy said. They're not listening to what their mom and daddy say, paying them no attention. Okay? These are natural truce breakers. I just gave you, when we first started the lesson, how our brother in Gad, they made so many treaties with them and kept not a one. Kept not a one. So these are characteristics of the wicked. These are traits of the wicked. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. These wicked motherfuckers, this is what they do. And 2/3 of our people have drink of this Babylon juice, okay? They're taking on their traits. They're taking on their customs, okay? They want to be like the wicked.
Yep.
Give me that Proverbs 2. Give me that Proverbs 2. That's why 2/3 of you wicked ass niggas trying to emulate Esau with his wicked ass are gonna go into that lake of fire. It talks about that Zechariah 13th chapter. Okay?
All right, this is Proverbs 2, we'll start at 12. To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness.
And that's what's happening. They lead the ways of righteousness to walk in darkness, okay? And like you said in Thessalonians, we are not of the dark, but we're of the light, okay?
Light.
Go ahead.
Right. Who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked.
And you see what he say? And delight in the forwardness of the wicked. So just like the leadership ordered these people to do that, the soldiers, they delight in it. Because we just gave you Sirach, right? 10,
right,
just
right.
as the way of the king.
Yep.
So these wicked, this is what the wicked does, all right? Him and Israel, this is what they do. Okay, go ahead.
Whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths. To deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the
That's
stranger.
good enough, point made.
All right.
And whose ways are crooked, okay? They were crooked. Ecclesiastes 7:13, Baba Kushah. Ecclesiastes 7:13. We just gave you Jeremiah 13th chapter. Hey, can a leopard change his spots? That's how the Lord made him. He is the wicked. Even though he perpetrates and pretends to be everything except who he really is. And he's that spiritual demon Satan. This is Esau in the physical form. Okay.
I'm holding Ecclesiastes 7:13.
Baba Kushah.
Consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Now, in that Proverbs 2, it said whose ways are what? Whose ways are crooked, right?
That's right.
Read that one more time, up.
Ecclesiastes 7:13. Consider the work of Yahweh, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Hey, and the only one can make that straight is the Lord.
That's his power.
Because he done made them crooked, okay?
Right?
And this is some wicked shit.
And this man will continue to do this until he's put in a position that he knows that the Lord will judge him for what he does. So, man, it's coming, brother. It's coming. Because though no man, unless he doesn't have a soul, would harm women and children. That's the unthinkable. So you following an unlawful order, man, so you're going against the Lord's will.
And that's it, man, because, hey, wicked is as wicked does,
That's
man.
right, bro.
And that's some serious stuff, what these people are talking about right here.
Yeah.
They've been ordered to fire on women and children, to kill innocent people. That's genocide. That's not an act of war. That's genocide. Okay? And they're gonna be visited for that, all right? And this is how the Lord made him. This is what he is, and this is what he does, okay?
That's right.
That's why in that Proverbs, it tells you when you sit down with the king to measure diligently what is in front of you. What is this man telling you? Matter of fact, read that out, Baba Kushah.
It's Job.
What you got?
Job.
Hold that. Bring that Proverbs 23 out.
All right. 23. Turn you at Baruch. No.
Proverbs 23 at the top.
Proverbs 23:1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee.
So when you sit down to talk to this man, to go into parlay are going to conference with this man, you have to consider what his proposal is and think about it hard and long, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 2, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite.
Okay, so you have to sit down and see what he's proposing to you, okay? Because Esau, Edom, they don't get their favors away for free. Again, everything that he does is always an ulterior motive behind it. There's always a hidden agenda behind it. Just like this genocide, okay, that they doing over there, this is what they call ethnic cleansing, okay? So to speak. It's the wicked, all right?
And now, and that's Salakia Amalek just showed his true colors, brother, when he had them sit down at a table to discuss peace. So here I come in the room, sit down at the table, and as I sit down, you done gave word, go ahead and keep attacking. You know, start it back up while we're sitting here talking peace. What kind of man does this, man? What kind of man accept the devil? This man is evil, he's wicked, he is the evildoers in which the Bible speaks of, the red man.
And that's what we're telling you, okay? They called the troops, called to sit down, brought Iran to the table, negotiation table, and called themselves bombing them while they sitting down and talks. But they didn't know Iran, 2 steps ahead of them, they moved everything. There was no high percentage of radiation, they didn't hit nothing. But this is what the wicked does, okay? That's why I read that 23 again in Proverbs.
Proverbs 23 and 1. When thou sittest to eat with the ruler, consider diligently what is before thee.
So you have to weigh everything out, man, okay? You gotta see what's in front of you, because like I said, he don't give his favors away for free.
Right.
Okay, and everything that he does is always an ulterior motive or hidden agenda behind it, okay? And if you be given to these traits of the wicked, these are characteristics of the wicked, what it said too.
And put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite.
Put a knife to your throat if you give in to these wicked ass decrees, these customs, traditions, okay? Drink of this Babylon juice, so to speak, all right? Okay?
All right, bro.
You got something?
Let me see. Yes, this is Job 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
Perfect. Read that again.
Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
And this is that Edomite, man.
That's right.
This is him. He's forgers of lies. Like we say, natural truths keep natural breakers of truths. You know, they don't keep no truces. They truce breakers, liars, deceitful, wicked. We can go on and on with this lesson, make it an hour lesson, but I think the point remained in it.
Man, that's like telling Esau, I got a blueprint. Well, let him run down, like sitting at the table having that meeting. Let him run down and get the patent. Let him run down and copyright it. It's your blueprint. He knows nothing about it except it's something that he can't do, but let him profit off it and be the face of something that he's never been. A creator, well, a creator of wickedness, but not a creator of things that are good.
That's it.
Come on, brother.
Well, give me Psalms 10, give me Psalms 10, give me Psalms 10. Let me see, give me Psalms 10.
Psalms 10 and 1. Start at the top.
Yeah, you can start at the top.
Why standest thou afar off, O Lord Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?
And that's King David asking the Lord to don't hide himself, reveal who you are, and show these wicked ass people who you are, okay? Go ahead.
The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor.
Hey, and the wicked, that's what they do. You see what the video say? IDF leadership.
Order soldiers to do the unthinkable.
And that's the wicked, okay? Go ahead, Baba Shah.
Again, verse 2, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
And they're going to get caught up everything that they got set up. And when you talk about the poor, you're talking about Israel, okay? Because Psalms 86 chapter, King David tells you I'm poor, okay? So we let you know the poor is Israel. Like it says in Isaiah 10:1, who oppress the poor, they oppress Israel, okay? They oppress Jacob, all right? And we're in a time of Jacob's trouble. In fact, it just heated up. I want to say it's pretty much almost at the apex.
Yeah.
You got them over there, Kenneth Jakes over there.
That's right.
You got America. Wicked ass people. Tell these people to come over here. Now they getting rid of them. Now they putting them in airplanes where the bottom open up and dropping them out, man.
And this wicked place makes statements like, what are they doing here anyway? Well, they're here for help because this is the land of the free.
Because you told them to come over here.
And they have ruined their homelands to the point there's nothing there for them.
No, they're here because Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
He invited you. They told these people to come over here. This is what this wicked ass motherfucker did.
And always.
Like I said, that Psalms 23.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, you gotta measure diligently what's before you, okay?
That's right.
He invited all this northern kingdom over here, even though this is their land to begin with. This is our land.
Right.
It's been stolen. Keep on in Psalms 10.
Psalms 10:3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
Hey, he boasted for his heart's desire. Whatever he want, he take it. All right?
And blessed the covetous from the Lord abhorreth.
Hey. So he boasts of his heart desires. And anything that he wants, okay, he just takes it, man, okay?
And he's being straightforward with it now. He's not even trying to hide who he is. Because again, the leadership orders the soldiers to do the unthinkable. So women and children aren't safe around this man.
And he's telling you that if you keep reading till he puffing up at his enemies, he has no regard for anything. That's why he's gonna be destroyed. And what we're showing you in this lesson, that's how the Lord made him. We just gave you that Jeremiah 13:23. Can a leopard change his spots? No. We just gave you that Ecclesiastes 7:13.
That's right.
For who can make straight what the Lord has made crooked?
That's right.
Proverbs 2. And it's crooked in all his ways, okay? So Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And this is what the wicked does. Wicked is wicked does, okay?
Right.
And we got that same thing going on, all right? Right over here in America. Spiritual Egypt. Babylon, okay? They are taking the northern kingdom and they are putting them onto cargo planes. Why would you put people on a cargo plane? Why wouldn't you put them on a regular plane?
Take them to where they're going, you put them in, let them out, and you've done your job. Because you said you don't want them here. So let me take them back home.
Oh, but they wanted them here when Sleepy Joe was
Oh,
here.
that's right.
They
That's right. He keeps switching the plan.
Hey,
Let me let you in just to kick you out. Let me offer you gifts and then wonder what are you doing with them. So this man is constantly saying, showing, and telling the world who he is. He is not to be trusted. He is wicked.
he is the wicked.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
All right. Psalms 10:4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts.
Beautiful. That's the point, right? Hey, read that one more time.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful.
Yes, sir. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. Man, it's not in him to think righteously. It's not in him to do the right thing. This man constantly steps on his own toes and lets the world know who he is. He is the liar, the snake, the deceiver, the author of confusion. He is what the Bible says he is. He is the red man, and he is evil.
He's wicked.
He's
All
wicked,
right.
brother.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof, and not one whereas he. Roughly paraphrased.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it just told you in that quote that was beautiful. Hey, the Lord is not in this man's thoughts. This man ain't thinking about nothing about the Lord. He ain't thinking about keeping them. They don't like to be preached to.
Nope.
Hey, he is of the wicked, okay? And wicked is as wicked does, all right? He over here killing civilians. And this is the leadership. This is what they do. They just told their forges of lies, positions of no value, okay? Truce breakers, okay? We just gave you that. Hey, these are the wicked, all right? And this is what the wicked does.
Right.
But he has a time that he cannot surpass, all right? And his time is just about up.
It's about up, brother.
Give me Job 14 and 4, starting 4.
It's Job 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Woo! Who can bring a what?
Who can bring a clean thing out an unclean? Not one.
Hey, so this man is an unclean individual. He is the wicked. So, hey, that's just like that Jeremiah 13 and 23, 13, chapter. I believe it's 13, 23. Leopard can't change his spots, okay? Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. Who can make crooked what the Lord did made straight? Give me that Job 14 again.
It's Job 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
But the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed this, Aslakia, his bound he cannot pass. And this man is totally he's bouncing off the roof with his wickedness. This room is full. There's no more that he can do, but he finds ways to do more. So he's gonna be judged, but he again has to continue doing what it is he does because he's proud. He's ignorant.
And Salakia, we're telling you, in that 14 and 5, there's a bounds that Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has set where he cannot go over. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Read that one more time, Baba Kusal.
Job 14 and 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
So it's a set time where all of this wickedness that this wicked ass Edomite is doing is over. He has set a time and there's a bounds that he cannot surpass. And it's like you say, what? He had to hasten the days, or else it won't be no flesh left to be saved. Messing with this Edomite.
Yep.
All right? But he's the wicked man. And we are down in the apex of Jacob's trouble now.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because you're seeing persecution against all those who choose to live godly. What it said in Revelation 6, and I saw the souls of the saints, those who had been slain for righteousness' sake. I think that's Revelation 6, ain't it?
Yeah.
You got that?
Revelation 6 and 9.
I think I put that in the lesson.
Yeah.
Revelation 6.
And 9, I think it is. And when he opened the fifth seal,
Yeah.
Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the For the word of Yahweh.
Oh.
Let me read that again.
Read that, Mama.
Yes, sir. Revelation 6 and 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony which they held.
And that's the saints, okay?
That's right, brother.
Those who choose to live under the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and forsake this wicked ass system, this beast out system, okay?
That's right.
And some of us are gonna be martyred again. And what's that? Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, nothing new under the sun. They were doing the same thing during the Roman persecution already.
Right.
And that's what we're in, a revised Roman Empire, okay? You have to be able to read Latin if you want to be a pharmacist. You have to read Latin to be a pilot. This is Latin. This is a revised Roman Empire.
Right.
This is Rome all over again. In fact, this is called Rome 2.0, okay? All right?
Yeah.
But, hey, Sirach 12 and 10. We get ready to close the lesson.
This is Sirach 12 and 10. Sirach 12 and 10 reads, Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Hey, never trust your enemy, man. All right. Hey, just like iron rusted, read that again. That's beautiful.
Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Hey, and you know, if you ever grab something that's rusty, like iron pole,
Yeah.
you know that shit hard to come off your hands, ain't it? You know, it stay. And that going to that's right. You touching pitch should be defiled. So when you latch on to this man and start taking on his traits, his customs, you done align yourself with his destruction as well. Because all this blood that he's doing, he's taking,
Right.
he's gonna have to have account for that, okay? There's gonna be an answer for that. You know, talks about that, I think, in that Numbers 35, 33. Let me see if I can pull that up. How the land can't be cleansed in him. So what he doing, hey, he's gonna have to give an account for that.
Right.
Let me look for that Numbers real quick for you. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So you wicked ass Edomites, it's gonna be a day of reckoning. You're gonna be held accountable. Okay? Hey, IDF leadership or the soldiers to do the unthinkable. Well, they doing the same thing over here, taking our brother in Gad, Salaki, the Northern Kingdom, Asher, all of them, the whole Northern Kingdom, all of them came over here. Now they want to send them back, putting them on airplanes, getting them over the middle of the ocean, open up the bottom on them, dropping them out handcuffed. Man, it's some wicked shit you motherfuckers doing. Man, hey, but it's gonna be a day of reckoning.
He's literally showing, brother, Job 9 and 24, it's given to the wicked. Because if it's given to the wicked, he claims this world to be his. He's trying to get rid of what he feel he don't need. And his judgment will be that much more, uglier for what Yahweh has in store for him.
Hey, but those who put their trust and their faith in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai,
That's right.
she'll be protected, man.
That's right.
Proverbs is the 18 and 10. Give me that before we close.
Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Hey, hear what he say? He covers his righteous, okay? Lord, it is a strong tower. The name of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and the righteous run into his house and is safe, okay? His sanctuary is safe for the righteous, okay?
Right.
You see what I'm talking about? Because this is some wicked shit going on right now, man. This man is doing some wicked shit, man, all right? And this is happening on both sides, man, okay? And the wicked is as wicked does, all right? Just say the righteous is a strong tower, okay? The Lord's name is a strong tower for the righteous. They run into it and are safe, all right? Man, well, that's pretty much, unless you got something you want to add.
That's it, brother.
Okay.
This man just is doing the unthinkable, brother. And he has to be called out on it, and he has to be punished for it. The Lord will punish him, man. So he has to continue what it is he does to feel he's doing his great wrath, you know. Like you said, the scripture where he says that, you know, there'll be no flesh to save if this man isn't stopped. So he has to continue on, but, you know, again, it's the unthinkable. But he will be judged, brother, and we look forward to that. We truly do, man.
And what's that I'm talking about? What's happening right now? To sum up this lesson, the enemy is starting to come in like a flood. Give me that Isaiah, is that Isaiah 59 and 19?
Isaiah 59 and 19, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh?
Yeah.
All right, Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
You hear what they say? Read that one more time, Bible Shop.
Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
And that's it. You see what I just say? Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay? And when the enemy come in like the flood, the Lord is going to lift up a standard. So those who keep the statutes, commandments, and laws of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, are going to be covered in this time of our trouble, because we're about in the apox right now. We'll close with that, Jeremiah 30 and 7. And that'll be it.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Hey, again, so trust and believe in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Because this enemy, this Esau, this wicked ass Edomite, hey, it's all on the table now. We here. And he don't care if you know who he is anymore. He's not trying to hide that no more. The horns are coming out. He's showing you who the fuck he is. And he don't care if you know it no more. You have anything you want to add?
Man, just that this is a so-called holiday weekend, and it shows that men lie, women lie, the numbers don't lie. This time next year, this country will be a quarter century old, and empires fall right at a quarter century. So this has happened through history. So we look forward to the next year of his Jacob's trouble, knowing that this is the last time we will be in trouble, and this man is soon to be judged. So, yeah, brother, this is a time where he's just bouncing off the ceiling with his wickedness, and he's got a little bit more to give.
And like you just said, we glory in tribulation.
Yes, sir.
Because, hey, it says through much tribulation must we enter into the kingdom of God, okay?
Endure.
Right, so this is all on the table when we look forward to these scriptures being fulfilled, okay?
That's right, brother.
Hey, and we know all this must come to pass before our Savior reveals himself, okay? So we look forward to this. And we are in our trouble right now, okay? That's pretty much all we have right now. Lord will, this lesson was edifying through the Spirit. In closing, we like to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And Abba Abba.
Abba Abba. Mahal, brothers.